everybody. Well, what could be more appropriate as an ending to our sticky show than the classic British favorite, sticky toffee pudding? Here to share her version of this delicious treat is Nora Singley from our TV kitchen, our prep kitchen right over there. I'm glad you're out of the kitchen.
I didn't have to come very far.
No, you did not. And Nora's been making me taste different sticky puddings for about 3 days. And they're really tasty because they're made out of all good things like brown sugar and dates and maple syrup. And but this one looks gorgeous. The final version.
Yes,
okay?
yes.
So everybody should have this recipe, and people love it. They just love sticky toffee pudding. So what do we start with?
Well, I'm going to start with the toffee sauce.
Oh, okay.
I thought of this recipe. I wanted to make sticky toffee pudding
Smells like
little stickier because I love sticky toffee pudding, but a lot of them aren't really that literally sticky.
Right.
I think it's a bit of a misnomer. So
what do you start with?
Butter, 1 stick of butter, a half a cup of light brown sugar, and a 1/4 cup of maple syrup. So this is actually a maple toffee sauce that we're making.
I want to taste that maple syrup.
Yeah, this is a great maple syrup that we're using. It's Crown maple syrup.
Really good.
And
it comes from Dutchess County.
Dutchess County. It's delicious. It's grade A maple syrup, medium grade.
Yeah.
So be sure to use real maple syrup when you're making this recipe. If you let that come to a boil, I have that here, and the sugar will start to melt. To finish the sauce, heavy cream.
With the heat on. Oh, with the heat on.
Heat on.
And a little salt?
Half a teaspoon salt. And about a teaspoon of vanilla.
Oh, okay.
And that's our sauce. And rather than spoon it over the top, as you do in most sticky toffee puddings, we're actually gonna put it on the bottom. So this is an upside down sticky toffee pudding.
So you're gonna bake the pudding on top of this.
I'm going for the stickiest possibility
it
here.
Smells so delicious.
Yeah. So you will see how this comes into
that'll
play.
Cool a little bit.
The dry ingredients you can work on.
Okay, 1 cup of flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda.
Yes.
Okay. Very little bit. Half a teaspoon baking powder. So you don't want this to rise so much. You really want it to be dense.
Exactly. Yeah. And you'll see there's not that much
of cloves.
Batter. I wanted the batter to be not too high of a layer because I didn't want it to be very bready.
And nutmeg.
Nutmeg. And you can substitute whatever other warm spices you like. Mace or cinnamon would be
Everybody's
really
talking
nice.
about warm spices these days.
It's that kind of
that time of year. Yeah.
Now, for the batter, to start, I have 4 tablespoons of butter, a half a stick, plus 3/4 of a cup of light brown sugar. That's already creamed. We're going to go ahead and add 2 eggs.
Do I add the vanilla?
Yeah. You can add the vanilla.
A teaspoon more of vanilla.
And then to amp up the sticky quality of this cake.
When was the last time? Last time. When was the first time you tasted sticky toffee pudding?
It was with my friend Taylor. And she is a good friend of mine who now lives in Vermont, ironically, because of the inclusion of maple syrup here. But it kind of blew my mind, and I was like, what is this? So I tried to kind of emulate that a little bit. You did? Oh, lucky you. That's
I had
where
it like
comes
a big.
from.
I was just trying to remember. I had a big. They served it in a big sheet pan and cut squares of it, and then pour it on all the sticky sauce.
Oh, well, we're gonna have the sticky sauce.
What are you putting in? Molasses?
Okay, this is molasses.
Oh, okay.
I really wanted to kind of add to the batter here and make it a little more dense and rich. And then this is maple syrup. This is 3 tablespoons of maple syrup, and then 5 ounces of dates is also going to go in.
Oh, and they're pureed?
They're pureed. They've been plumped in a little bit of water and then pureed in a food processor. And that's a very...
So you could puree them like in a little rum.
Oh, that would be good. We can add that to the recipe.
Make it a little bit.
You know, dates are really traditionally, you know, you find that in sticky toffee puddings all the time. It just adds a really nice density. And you can already smell the batter, too. It's really aromatic, the maple syrup and the molasses. Add the dry. And then I'm going to start on the pan preparation.
Okay, so what does that entail?
The sticky toffee pudding is upside down. So I'm preparing the top by layering a little bit of the bottom, which will then become the top when we go to invert it. I'm taking a half a cup of the sauce that we've just prepared, plus 1 1/4 cups of toasted pecans.
Oh, now what kind of dates did you use? Fresh dates?
Medjool dates.
Medjool.
Yeah.
I love those medjool
Yeah,
dates.
they're really good. They're kind of, they're sticky in and of themselves.
Right. I went to Israel and they had those
they're
giant
beautiful dates there.
date trees. Oh, amazing.
So I also love sticky buns, Martha.
So do I.
And you know, traditionally you invert your sticky bun. So I kind of conjured up sticky bun recipes when I was thinking of this recipe. So I have a layer of toasted pecans on the bottom here.
Okay.
So, and they become all kind of caramelized with the toffee sauce.
Someday we'll tell you
when they
about
bake.
our tasting of sticky buns. We got sticky buns from every single bakery known to mankind.
Yes, yes. So you can put the batter right on top there and smooth it. And it bakes for 55 minutes at 350 degrees. And the most important thing, because this is an upside down pudding,
in a water bath or just in the...
I didn't do it in a water bath. I tested it in a water bath, but it came out better without the water bath.
Oh, it did? Oh, okay.
It did. Best thing to do with upside down cakes is to invert them while they're still warm. You know that. So this has been cooling for only 10 minutes. It's still quite warm. I'm going to go ahead and invert it. The best thing to do is to put the cake stand right on top. It's still quite warm.
Oh, so this fills the pan very nicely.
And
Ooh.
if it's
Ooh,
warm,
look at that.
it'll kind of just come right out. And the best part about this pudding is that I actually decided to put a little more of the sauce on top. So Martha, if you want to kind of drench the top with the sticky toffee sauce, and then
Gild the lily.
Exactly. And
Well, you have to use all of it, right?
Oh, you can save some for serving. But the cake itself is dense, but it's not too dense that it won't absorb more of the sauce. So I'm going to serve you a piece here. If you let
How
it
many of these puddings do we have? Wow.
We have a large staff, Martha.
Oh my gosh. This is so delicious looking.
Yeah.
Now I'm just making a little well of toffee sauce.
So this is good after a light dinner, I would say.
Yeah, like a salad.
And maybe a little bit of coffee.
If you're serving a salad, that would be a good dinner before your sticky toffee pudding dessert. Wow, is that pretty?
Yeah. And a little bit of whipped cream.
Yes.
Just a little bit. And some additional sauce.
Oh, that's enough, thanks. That is a really fabulous sticky toffee pudding dessert. And you can all make your own because you're going home with, a jar of this fantastic, it's actually a really attractive bottle of maple syrup. Maple Farm, Crown Maple Farm maple syrup. Thanks, Nora. Thank you very much.